St John's has been partnering with Church Army for many years, particularly because of its work with homeless women through the Marylebone Project. But how do you become homeless? Brenda's going to tell us Zinat Bashir's story.
I had a good job as an IT trainer, but then my husband, who was a merchant navy officer, died unexpectedly and left me with large mortgage arrears. I became too ill to work, lost my home, and at 59 had to resort to sleeping on the back seat of a bus. I had nowhere else to go. At the end of the route, the driver would wake me up, and then at 6 a.m. I would go into a McDonald's and just sit there. I took soap, shampoo and a towel and washed in the toilets there. I was always scared and trying to hide, but one day I met another homeless lady who told me that I could get help at the day centre and even take a bath.
Over 1,000 ladies like Zinat are helped by the Marylebone Project every year. And someone who knows more about the Marylebone Project than any of us at St John's is Di Giles. Di's been a member of the church since she was 13. She told us that in 1957 there was a Church Army mission to St John's and she was inspired to do mission work with them. Within 2 years she was working in London at a day centre and hostel for homeless women, just like Zinat, and in 1962 she was commissioned as a Church Army sister. In 2019, over 4,000 people visited the day centre to receive housing, welfare and immigration advice. They could pick up food parcels, use the showers and make use of the laundry. With a generous grant from the London Evening Standard, the day centre was transformed into a 24/7 drop-in centre, and being open 24 hours a day is such a blessing. For some women, it's the difference between life and death. That's a big number on the screen, over 40,000, but it's the number of nights of accommodation provided by the Marylebone Project. Unless you've lived on the streets, it's really hard to appreciate how dangerous and frightening it can be. The aim of the Marylebone Project is to empower women to end their homelessness. They welcome them, help them make informed choices, give them skills training and support them towards independent living. Letting them know that God loves us all unconditionally gives each of them the chance of living life to the full. In 2019, more than 260 women benefited from the skills training courses. Having your own home is a dream for all homeless women, and in 2019, 55 women that had been at the Marylebone Project were settled into independent living so they could be secure, have a job and look after themselves. Brilliant. There are now 112 beds at the hostel, which, as we've said, is a real lifeline. But with over 1,700 homeless women in London, the need is still enormous. Please pray for all those in our society who, for whatever reason, are homeless. Pray for continued funding and support for the Marylebone Project, and give thanks for all those women that have been given the hope of a better future.